Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. PPPC operative illegally selling lands in Mocha Arcadia. Government claims it's the NDC. Sugar production way below 2024 target. The sugar industry is in a bad situation, says Guyana. Eyewitnesses' account in death of 18-year-old mechanic differs from that of the police. And thousands support MOH and One Communication. Make your move Pinktober walk. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Monday, October 28 edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. The Mocha Arcadia Neighborhood Democratic Council has challenged the government to prove that the council is involved in the illegal sale of land. In fact, a PPP operative is believed to be the real culprit. Here's more. Chairman of the Mocha Arcadia Neighborhood Democratic Council, Rudolph Adams, has classified a recent statement by the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development as political gimmick. Last week, the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development issued a release where it warned against the illegal sale and leasing of plots of state land by operatives within the Mocha Arcadia Neighborhood Democratic Council. Now, according to Chairman Rudolph, the ministry is well aware that it is an operative of the People's Progressive Party civic government who is involved in the scheme. The chairman said that the evidence of the illegal sale of lands were forwarded to the ministry and perhaps have been swept under the carpet. The government also warned regional and neighborhood democratic councils that the lands are state lands. The chairman says the NDC records reflect boundaries totally different from that of the government. The Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development made it clear that at no point permission has been given to the Mocha Arcadia NDC or any other person to sell or lease state-owned lands within the boundaries of the Mocha Arcadia settlement. The chairman maintained that the ministry knows who the real culprit is. The Mocha Arcadia Neighborhood Democratic Council says it plans to write the Minister of Local Government, Sonia Parag, again on the issue that the NDC is not involved in the sale of any lands in the community and it is one of their own. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Our developing story now. The Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union says that those charged with managing the agricultural industry have, for reasons best known to themselves, chosen to turn a Nelson's eye in light of the very poor performance of sugar so far in 2024. Daisy Richards reports.
Sugar production for 2024 is way below its target, and the Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union GAWU says it is deeply concerned over the current trend of sugar production. Reportedly, as of October 26, 2024, the Guyana Sugar Corporation Inc. Gaisuco produced 24,711 tons of sugar, representing just 39% of its 63,276 ton target. The bargaining agent Gawu said in a press release that before the commencement of the crop, the union drew Gaisuko's attention to the production rate and trajectory, and it would appear that their concerns were brushed aside. Gawu notes that as much as 60% of the cropping period has been exhausted, and the union is apprehensive that the deficit cannot be closed in the remaining cropping weeks. Gawu therefore questions factors which have inhibited production levels. The major challenge revolves around the quality of canes being produced, while the industry cane yields have been higher than anticipated, though well below its potential. The sucrose content remains depressed. Who took a swipe at the leadership of Gaisuko, saying that rather than addressing their difficulties in a complete and frank manner, the corporation's leadership is preparing to deploy rationales to excuse its below-par performance. Meanwhile, the Bank of Guyana's half-year report highlighted that the sugar industry is also challenged by labor shortage. However, according to the report, technical specialists are considering mechanization as well as agro-crop management to boost production and productivity. Newly elected Chief Executive Officer of Gaisuko's board, Paul Chung, when contacted by Nightly News, said he did not see the statement and therefore cannot comment at this time. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Amid the announcement by the People's Progressive Party Civics General Secretary that overseas-based Guyanese are also eligible for the $100,000 one-off cash grant, an executive member of the People's National Congress Reform is questioning government's rationale. More from Antonio Day.
There is no residency requirement for the receipt of the cash grant. Guyanese living abroad who have an ID card or a passport also eligible for the cash grant.
General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Barjaudio, last Thursday announcing that Guyanese living abroad are also eligible to receive the $100,000 one-off cash grant. However, executive member of the People's National Congress Reform, Reverend Williams, said it is not clear whether Mr. Jagdeo was speaking about Guyanese living overseas temporarily or all Guyanese, including those living permanently abroad. And I quote, "Speaking on behalf of the government, Mr. Jagdeo said that the intended beneficiaries would have to supply their personal information through some app that was being created for this purpose. Presumably, the decision to seek the money remains with the overseas Guyanese. While the PPP would benefit from a database of possible voters, it raises questions about the gains for the overseas Guyanese," Williams expressed in the statement. He noted that the government would easily use the information to rig the upcoming elections. Williams noted that Guyana is already in the press for gold smuggling, money laundering, and financing terrorists. And I quote, "It is hard to believe that the U.S. would not pay attention to tax evasion. It already does so with the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act and the Foreign Bank and Financial Report," Williams noted. Leader of the opposition, Arwin Norton, on Friday at his party's press briefing, said this announcement by Mr. Jagdeo poses suspicion.
While we believe that Guyanese from the diaspora who are in Guyana, registered and have a national identification card, should be able to access the $100,000 one-off cash grant, we are deeply concerned that what Jagdeo and the PP are doing is creating another avenue for corruption.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
This is the HGP Nightly News. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh. Courts have it all. Oh, yeah. Home is what you make it. Top brands are sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Quartz Ready Finance. Quartz, make home yours.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Krishna Rock Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Rock Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. On the police's blotter, an eyewitness's account of a recent fatal accident differs from that of the police. The dead man's mother says her quest for justice will be relentless. More details in this report. Following an investigation into the death of 18-year-old mechanic Stephen Griffith on October 22, the police have since reported that there is no evidence to suggest that another person was involved in the fatal accident. However, an eyewitness's account differs from that of the police. She prefers her identity withheld. According to an initial report from the police, a group of motorcyclists were proceeding west along the southern carriageway of Nelson Mandela Avenue at a very fast rate. At that time, 18-year-old Stephen Griffith was allegedly stunt riding on his motorbike, heading in the same direction. Griffith allegedly lost control and collided with a rail on the southern parapet of Mandela Avenue. Investigators also claimed that they are in possession of CCTV footage of the fatal incident, which is being reviewed. The eyewitness, though, has said that her statement is with the police. Police have since classified the death of Stephen Griffith as accidental. The dead man's mother, Diane Griffith, pleaded with the police for swift justice. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. You need to know that in an effort to eliminate child labor, the Ministry of Labor, in collaboration with the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, launched a child labor training program. More from Daisy Richards.
The Ministry of Labor and the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security have collaborated to reduce and eventually eliminate child labor. Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton, in his remarks at the opening of the training, highlighted that more needs to be done in order to eradicate child labour.
Of the elimination is not removing the child, and we put up numbers, statistic every year that we have engaged this company, that company. We must be able to say in a deliberate way what we did that is progressive for those children.
He highlighted that the seminar must seek to answer what must be done with a child who was removed from their home due to child labor.
We have to be prepared in every region that child must find him or herself in some place, not just to be taken care of, in a place where they can receive training and development.
Meanwhile, Minister of Human Services and Social Security Dr. Vindir Prasad highlighted that the situation must be looked at on a holistic level.
We see there are many single-parent families. We see a situation that has been developing for decades where the eldest in every home, this is not new, would sometimes not be where they ought to be in school or where they ought to be in an environment geared for children, and they go out there to help because of the circumstances at home.
She added that a referral pathway, plan of action, and progress reports will help to eradicate child labor, also highlighting that if data is collected properly, it could put a dent in child labor. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thousands on Sunday took to the streets of Georgetown for the One Communications and the Ministry of Health's Make Your Move Pinktober walk to support the fight against cancer. Carice Gonzalez reports.
Participants from various organizations and community members gathered for a solidarity walk to support survivors, as well as to honor those impacted by breast cancer. The event aimed to emphasize the significance of early screenings and regular checkups as crucial steps in the battle against breast cancer. In his remarks, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony encouraged attendees to not only join the annual walk, but also to actively work towards eliminating breast cancer. He emphasized the importance of awareness and action in this fight.
We want you not just to come out on this walk, we want you to take action for yourself. Go and get screened.
Dr. Anthony also announced that his ministry will invest in additional mammogram machines, noting that currently there is only one available. This initiative aims to improve access to screenings across different regions of Guyana.
By the end of the year, one of the things that we'll have is 4 additional mammogram machines. And we are going to ensure that they are placed in different parts of the country.
Meanwhile, a cancer survivor shared her recovery journey and encouraged others battling cancer to remain hopeful and persistent in their fight.
From 1991, February to 1993, October, I fought the good fight. Don't give up. It's not your time, it's God's time. And just hold on to your faith and take one step at a time, one day at a time.
Over the course of a year, more than 260 individuals, both men and women, were diagnosed with breast cancer across Guyana, according to the medical registrar of the oncology department at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. While breast cancer remains the most prevalent cancer among women, the rising number of cervical cancer cases are also a significant concern to local authorities. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Tropic Construction Solutions, we pride ourselves on being one of the leading distributors of high-quality woven and non-woven geotextile fabric, geotextile tubes, and geogrids for over 15 years in Guyana. We supply reflective vests, sleeves, quality hard hats, and more for your construction needs. We are located in No. 2 Village, East Coast Berbice, 1 minute from Palmyra. Our distribution mechanism enables us to offer delivery across the city of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926 284 077 or visit our website at www.tc.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Oh, yeah. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Primary schools countrywide will soon benefit from Phase 2 of the Guyana and Mount Sinai Health System School Screening Program. The story from Caris Gonzalez.
During a recent panel discussion at the Concordia Annual Summit in New York City titled Empowering Healthcare, Strategies and Collaboration for Transformative Change in Guyana, President Irfan Ali emphasized that effective healthcare delivery relies on a robust system which must be efficient and dependable.
We are very clear that what we wanted to develop was healthcare ecosystem. And the ecosystem is about everything that surrounds quality healthcare provision.
President Ali further emphasized on the complexity of building this system, noting that Guyana is currently laying the groundwork with the development of a patient care management system and a health management information system. Contrary to popular belief, he pointed out that establishing such systems are not straightforward and requires the implementation of appropriate legislative frameworks beforehand, which are essential to safeguarding patient information.
And Mount Sinai, being in this business for so long, working in Kenya, were the partners that helped us to unlock all of this. And a process that would have took maybe 4 or 5 years in getting those legislations.
Meanwhile, Dr. Rachel Vreeman, who is attached to the Mount Sinai School of Medicine, highlighted ongoing initiatives her institution is undertaking to help transform healthcare services in Guyana.
We've been a partner to the Ministry of Health in their efforts to bring whatever level of services we can right to the communities where people are, and then really free up the national hospital and continue to improve their ability to provide specialty care for when you really do need to be at that national hospital level.
Dr. Vreeman added that as part of efforts from Mount Sinai, the Ministry of Health will soon expand its school screening program to the primary level, after the initiative was introduced at the nursery level.
We'll be launching the primary school screenings for the kids who are, 6 to 12 or 13 years old, and it will then move to secondary school from there.
In 2022, the government of Guyana entered into agreement with the Mount Sinai Health System and Health Corporation aimed at overhauling the country's healthcare system. I am Caris Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Antonio Day tells us that businesses were urged to receive ISO certification, complemented by modified business ethics, in order to secure investments in the regional and international oil markets.
Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat challenged members of the Private Sector Commission known as the PSC to not use the 2021 Local Content Act as an excuse for minimal standards in the business consortium. He delivered his charge at a recent local content forum held at the Marriott Hotel by the PSC.
But I want to urge the private sector and to remind you that the local content legislation is in no way protection to provide poor services or poor quality goods at inflated prices.
Due to the constant development in the oil and gas industry, the business community must enhance its standards in order to attract lucrative investments in the country, the minister explained. Chairman of the Private Sector Commission of Guyana, Kumar Singh, highlighted the importance of ISO certification for local companies.
But in the environment that we operate in today, especially in the oil and gas sector, this is very, very critical for us as companies.
Singh remarked that many companies, especially members of the Private Sector Commission, have achieved ISO certification, while others are still in the process of doing so.
We want to implore on most of you guys in here today to make sure you get your company certified, make sure you have proper audited financial statements, make sure you have proper accounting standards within your organization, environmental standards.
Accessing finances from local banks are among a plethora of challenges facing the sector.
Today I want to ask each and every one of those companies who have been talking to the private sector over the last year to bring those issues and challenges to the table so we can review them in more details to understand what are the issues and what you need to do more to make sure that those challenges are no longer in existence.
Singh, like Minister Barrett, urged companies to set their standards high in order to gain respectability in the sector.
We need to look back at ourselves also in the private sector. In order for us to establish our companies and trade on the international market and compete with international companies, we also have a task ahead of us.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Your regional news is up next.
Working and studying, lacking energy and restless? Dr. Chase Nerve Food and Nerve and Blood Tablet and Tonic improve your energy, reduce stress and anxiety, improve immunity, digestion, sleep, and nerve function, fight anemia, and maintain liver function. Dr. Chase contains iron, vitamin C, B1, B12, manganese, liver fraction, aloe vera extract, and gentian root. Now, that's a doctor to trust. Dr. Chase.
No matter the state of your home, you can make it beautiful for any occasion.
NNS Mattai's Home Goods Warehouse. Simply better living.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh, yeah. Get value for your money. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Good evening and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Haiti. At least one U.S. airline on Friday canceled flights to Haiti's capital after gang members opened fire and hit a UN helicopter flying near the country's main airport. Spirit Airlines said in a statement to the Associated Press that its daily flight from Port Lauderdale to Port-au-Prince has been suspended through Sunday. The announcement comes a day after a UN helicopter was hit by gunfire, forcing it to make an emergency landing in Port-au-Prince, shortly after it had departed the main airport. The UN Humanitarian Air Service helicopter, which was carrying 3 crew members and 15 passengers, landed safely. The shooting comes as gang violence surges across Haiti's capital and beyond in recent days, raising concerns that the UN-backed mission led by Kenyan police is struggling to contain the violence. Thousands of people have been killed or injured this year, and more than 700,000 have been left homeless in recent years as a result of the ongoing gang violence. We tell you now that authorities in the Bahamas have responded to a plane crash in Rag Island in which the charred remains of 2 human bodies were found. According to the Royal Bahamas Police Force, it is investigating the circumstances surrounding an aircraft that crashed on Sunday, October 27. Initial reports indicate shortly after 5 a.m., police on the islands were notified of the incident which occurred east of Duncantown Airport. Police, along with personnel from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force and the United States Coast Guard, responded and on arrival met a twin engine engulfed in flames. Upon examination of the aircraft, which was totally destroyed, officers discovered the charred remains of 2 human bodies. Investigations are ongoing. And now for some international news. Israeli strike on northern Gaza have killed at least 22 people, mostly women and children. Palestinian officials said on Sunday, as the Israeli offensive in the hard-hit and isolated north entered a 3rd week, and aid groups described as humanitarian catastrophe, Israel said it targeted militants. In a separate development, a truck rammed into a bus near the Israeli city of Tel Aviv, wounding 35 people, according to first responders. Israeli police described it as an attack and said the assailant was an Arab citizen of Israel. The ramming occurred near the headquarters of Israel's Mossad spy agency. Iran's supreme leader, meanwhile, said Israeli strikes in the country over the weekend should not be exaggerated nor downplayed, while stopping short of calling for retaliation, suggesting Iran is carefully weighing its response to the attack. On Saturday, Israeli warplanes attacked military targets in Iran in response to an Iranian ballistic missile attack earlier this month. The exchange of fire has raised fears of an all-out regional war pit in Israel and the United States against Iran and its militant proxies, where Israel launched a ground invasion earlier this month after nearly a year of lower-level conflict. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
PPPC operative illegally selling lands in Mocha Arcadia. Government claims it's the NDC. Sugar production way below 2024 target. Sugar industries in a sad situation, says Gawu. Eyewitnesses' account in death of 18-year-old mechanic differs from that of the police. And thousands support MOH and One Communication. Make your move Pinktober walk. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.